I've been a delivery driver for 6 years now. Seen everything from naked guys answering the door to pit bulls lunging out of screen doors with a vengeance. But what happened last November? That's different. That's something I still can't explain, and I've stopped trying. It started like any other Thursday night shift. Cold. Boring. Rain crawling across my windshield like ghost fingers. Around 10:47 p.m., I got a late-night order, 1 large pepperoni pizza, garlic knots, and a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. The tip looked good, and I was trying to hit my monthly bonus. So, I took it. The address? 12, Wren Lane. Only problem? Wren Lane doesn't exist. Not on Google Maps. Not on Apple Maps. Not even in our store's local delivery system. It popped up in the order like any normal address would, but it wasn't tagged to any GPS marker. Just a pin dropped in the middle of a cul-de-sac that hasn't been built yet. I called the number attached to the order. A woman answered. Her voice was soft. Raspy. Like she had just woken up from a long nap. Yes, she whispered. We're here. Just follow the main road and turn left past the old mill. You'll see the house. We have a red porch light. It was late. I was tired. And the tip was listed as $40. So, against my better judgment, I went. I drove past the old mill, half collapsed, covered in ivy, and turned onto a gravel path. The rain had picked up, now smearing across the windshield in loud slaps. My wipers squeaked in protest. Just when I considered turning around, I saw it. A lone house. Old. 2 stories. Windows like black eyes watching the road. A dim red porch light flickered above the front steps. I parked. Took the pizza. Walked to the door. Knocked. And waited. Nothing. No sound. No movement. Not even wind. I was about to knock again when the door creaked open. Slowly. On its own. And then. A child's voice. From inside. You're late. I stepped back. My heart stuttered. The voice sounded wrong, not angry, but hollow. Like it echoed from a room too big for its size. Hello? I called out. Pizza delivery? No answer. The porch light flickered again. Then died. And everything went black. I turned on my phone's flashlight. Shone it into the house. The door was now fully open. And what I saw inside chilled me to my bones. It was completely empty. No furniture. No people. No walls, just the bare wooden skeleton of a house, as if it was still being built. Except the outside looked decades old. And in the middle of the floor sat the pizza. Still in its box. Still steaming. Exactly like the one I held in my hands. I looked down. I was still holding it. 2 identical pizzas. 2 boxes. And only one had left my car. I don't remember running back to my car. But I must have. Because when I came to my senses, I was driving 60 miles per hour back toward the main road. My hands white-knuckled on the wheel, the pizza box still in the passenger seat, completely untouched. I didn't tell anyone that night. Who would believe me? But the next morning, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The house. The duplicate pizza. The voice. And most of all, that address. I opened our delivery app logs. The order was still there. Same phone number. Same location. I typed the number into my phone. No matches. Called it again. Disconnected. I decided to check the area during daylight. So the next afternoon, I drove back. The gravel road looked different. Not overgrown anymore. Fresh tire tracks were visible. As if others had been there recently. But the house? Gone. In its place, a small clearing. Overgrown. Wild. Like no one had ever built anything there at all. Still, I walked the perimeter. And then I saw it. Hidden behind a bramble of thorny bushes. A piece of old wood. Faded red paint. It looked like a fragment of a porch step. I took it. I don't know why. When I got home, I looked up historical records of Wren Lane. Spent hours digging through old zoning maps and city records. Finally found something. A housing development was proposed on that land back in 1989. Wren Lane, 12 homes. Family safe. Suburban vision. But it was never built. Why? A fire. A major construction fire halted the entire project. Official documents said one child died on the site. Playing in the unfinished structure. They never finished building it. The company went bankrupt. The land was abandoned. Address 12, Wren Lane never came to be. But I'd been there. I'd seen it. And someone, or something, had ordered pizza from it. You'd think I would have stopped delivering after that. But the weirdest part? They kept ordering. Every Thursday. Same time. Same order. Same address. 12, Wren Lane. I started refusing the deliveries. Told the manager I couldn't find the place. Said it was a glitch. He didn't buy it. But he didn't ask questions either. Probably thought I was high. After a month, I finally asked a coworker to take the shift for me. He agreed. I warned him. Told him the address wasn't real. He laughed. Said, "Dude, it's probably just a rich guy with a private road." He went. He didn't come back for 3 hours. When he did, he looked pale. Ashy. His hands were shaking as he lit a cigarette in the back of the store. What happened? I asked. He wouldn't say. Just stared at the ground and muttered, "Never again." He quit 2 days later. Moved back in with his mom. That's when I knew it wasn't just me. Something about that place pulled you in. I started researching more. Turns out, other delivery drivers had whispered about it over the years. The Red Lighthouse. The Thursday Order. Ghost Lane. Most dismissed it as urban legend. But legends don't leave physical pizza boxes behind. I still had the duplicate box from that first night. It never molded. Never went cold. Still smelled fresh. I even took it to a friend at the university. A science student. She ran some tests. Said the cheese wasn't dairy. The crust had elements she couldn't identify. "It's not food," she whispered. She burned it in her lab furnace. It screamed. Not literally. But the fire alarm went off. And the entire room smelled like burned hair for a week. One Thursday night, I did the unthinkable. I accepted the order again. I had to know. I drove out. Past the old mill. Onto the gravel path. The house was back. Lit. Alive. Same red porch light. Same stillness. I walked to the door. Knocked. This time, I spoke. "I know this place shouldn't exist." Silence. Then the door creaked open. Inside, the house looked finished. Warm. Lit by oil lamps. Old furniture. A fireplace crackled in the corner. And in the center? A family. Frozen. Like statues. A man. A woman. A boy. All sitting around a table. Unmoving. A pizza box in front of them. Then, the boy blinked. And turned to me. "You're late," he said again. "Who are you?" I asked. He smiled. Sadly. "We're memories. Hungry ones." The lights flickered. They built us but never let us live. We were almost real. I didn't understand. The boy stood up. Walked toward me. You're the only one who keeps coming back. He placed his hand on mine. You're feeding us. Every time you bring food, we stay alive a little longer. My skin turned cold. You need to stop, he said. Before we forget what we are. Before we start becoming something else. I looked down. My hand was disappearing. Like static on an old TV. I dropped the pizza. Ran. Didn't stop until I hit the main road. I looked back. The house was gone. Again. I left town a week later. Moved across the state. New job. New city. Tried to forget. But every Thursday, at exactly 10:47 p.m. my phone buzzes. New delivery request. Same order. Same tip. Same address. I never accept. But they don't stop. And sometimes, I see the red porch light in my dreams. Sometimes I hear the boy's voice on the wind, you're late. I've spoken to mediums. Paranormal investigators. Priests. They all say the same thing. Some places remember. Some places hunger. And some places learn. Last week, my little sister, who lives with me, asked me something strange. Hey, she said. Why did some weird delivery guy bring a pizza to our door last night? I froze. What time? 10:47. She opened the box. It was pepperoni. Still steaming. And underneath it was a slip of paper. One line. Scrawled in ash. We found you.